Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We know that tomorrow, December 19th, we're going to end up seeing another new update drop within Warzone and Black Ops 6. This is going to be essentially part 2 of the Christmas and holiday update, adding in a new event, a new weapon, and a couple of other things before the devs go on holiday break. Although now we've got some new information that actually seems to indicate this update is going to be much bigger than we initially thought. So we do have some new details on tomorrow's update as well, directly from the devs. We've also got a couple of mini updates that are live in the game already. Plus, like I said, more details on this surprise title update coming up here with the 1.65 update. But initially here, Treyarch does put out a little bit of a PSA. Pretty important here if you want to get max participation for the current events going on in game with Merry Mayhem and Gobblegum Mania. So Treyarch does say Merry Mayhem and Gobblegum Mania end on December 19th to make way for Archie's Festival Frenzy. That'll be our new event dropping, obviously featuring the new sniper and a bunch of other individual rewards. So be sure to claim your rewards. Heads up, you will need to use at least one Gobblegum and complete a zombies match to claim community rewards from the Gobblegum Mania event tab before it ends. So if you want to take part in that, if you want to get the rewards for the community section of Gobblegum Mania, you do need to jump into a zombies game, use a Gobblegum, and then complete a match, which really you could just jump through and get knocked really quick, get a Gobblegum, use that, get knocked, and that should track correctly there. And then obviously if you haven't gone through and actually gotten the shotgun out of the Merry Mayhem event or any of those other rewards that are XP based, that's coming to a close tomorrow as well, and then those rewards won't be available anymore. The shotgun will still be earnable through the armory, except the armory is currently busted. It's been missing from the game for like a month, and the devs have said nothing about that. But once the armory does eventually return, then you'd be able to get the Maelstrom shotgun. If you don't get it through the event, you'll just have to go through and do a separate challenge for that. But yeah, a bit of a PSA from Treyarch in regards to the events ending and also the event starting with tomorrow's update. As mentioned though, we also have a couple of updates already live in-game courtesy of COD Updates, posting about some patch notes that are already out there. So as we do dive into these and all the new details on the next major update coming, quick reminder, if you are new to the channel, every single day I got you covered with news, updates, meta breakdowns, everything going on in COD. So if you want to guarantee you're always in the know, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoyed this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. But initially here, for updates already out, COD Updates did end up posting about a new change to Warzone. So buy station weapon prices have been a big topic as of late. You may recall a couple of days back they updated them and made it so that 0 to 5 attachments was 2,500, 6 attachments was 6,000, 7 attachments was like 7,000 or something, all the way up to 8 grand potentially for one weapon if you had gunfighter on it with 8 attachments. And then they put out this strange post saying, we're aware of unintended purchase prices for weapons in the buy station. These prices will remain temporarily available until we deploy a fix. So they changed the prices, but then they were still unintended, didn't work fully. But now they've actually gone through and completely reworked this as a whole. Yet again, we'll see if any more unintended prices surface, but now they say we've released a minor update with further adjustments to the purchase price of custom weapons in the buy station. So now any weapon, any primary that you're buying that has between 0 and 5 attachments should always cost $2,500. Pretty easy to grab that and get on your merry way. And then if you use any weapon that's got 6, 7, or 8 attachments, then it's going to cost 6,000. Definitely, in my opinion, a much better system than having to spend 8 grand on one gun potentially. At that point, you'd just be better off buying a loadout, right? But some nice updates there to the prices of the buy station. You may also recall that a few days back, they dropped a pro pack in the store that featured like an operator skin, a blueprint, and actual COD points, but it was only 500 COD points, and yet the bundle was being sold for $20, even though it was supposed to be sold for just $5. And there was a whole issue there. They did mention that they had to remove that from the store so they could fix the pricing error, and then that if you did buy it for $20, they'd be going through and trying to issue refunds, but they had to figure out how they were going to do that. They have now put out an update for this. They say, for BO6 and Warzone, refunds for impacted players have been initiated through first-party stores. So your PlayStation store, the Xbox store, the Battle.net store, or whatever, if you bought it on any of those platforms, that's where the refund will come through. Please contact support through your first-party platform if you need additional assistance. So if you bought that for the increased price when it wasn't supposed to be that high and you haven't gotten that refund yet, reach out to whatever store platform support you ended up purchasing on. You can get your money back for that. Now, this is actually some big news that we ended up getting yesterday. According to PlayStation Game Size, surprisingly enough, we have yet another title update coming to Black Ops 6 and Warzone, and this is definitely good news here. So the 1.65 title update and a new Warzone downloadable update, the 1.007 patch. For whatever reason, the Warzone packs get their own separate updates at times. Both of these have been added to the PlayStation database. So this means that in the coming days here, we should be seeing a full-on new title update go out. This means that everyone on all platforms is going to have to go through and download this update. Now, presumably, this title update is going to be associated with tomorrow's update on the 19th. That's just simply a guess, but that's the next major update day that we know of, obviously with the new event, the LTM update, everything going on there. On top of the fact that, of course, next week, it's going to be the holidays, it's going to be Christmas. The devs are presumably going on break here, probably after Friday, after this week ends, and they'll be out of office outside of maybe a skeleton crew, probably until the new year rolls around. So a title update going out when the devs weren't in office and the holiday break is in full effect seems pretty unlikely. So just by process of elimination, seems like this title update could be dropping as early as tomorrow, alongside everything else with the holiday and Christmas update that we've already got planned, of course. So what does this mean? One, tomorrow's update, or whenever this ends up dropping, is going to be much larger than we initially anticipated. This actual update, though, is not going to be a huge one. PlayStation Game Size does reply in the comments and says it's around 5 gigs, or should be less than 5 gigs, so it's not going to be a giant download that everyone's going to have to spend a ton of time doing, but it is a download that everyone will have to do before they can play the game when it does drop. This also means we should be seeing more bug fixes, more gameplay updates, and other changes, probably more lengthy patch notes than we initially anticipated as well. Tomorrow's update, we all thought was just going to be a content-based update. The new event would drop, we'd get the new LTM and Warzone little playlist update, everything going on there, and then that would be that. But this actually indicates much more is coming than just the content. So hopefully, cross our fingers, this means we're going to see some actual significant improvements to the game before the devs go on break. Obviously, right now, game's not in a great state, as you can tell from all the sentiment, all the videos that have been posted lately, myself included, talking about how rough COD is right now just as a whole. I don't expect this update to have, significant server upgrades or an anti-cheat update or anything major and really needed like that, unfortunately. But from a gameplay standpoint, ideally attacking some of those larger bugs and glitches that are limiting the experience there. So also, quick post edit Zach here. I actually checked the Trello this morning just after I went through and recorded this, and they've updated quite a bit here. So in terms of what sort of patch notes and changes we can expect to see with this 1.65 title update, the Warzone Trello hasn't changed a ton over the past couple of days. We've obviously covered a lot of the issues already listed here. Various things from the body shield not being available in ranked play to not being able to revive your teammate. All of that stuff is listed there. The official Black Ops 6 Trello, though, actually has quite a few updates here, ranging from a new fix scheduled where your weapon can sometimes fire an Archangel rocket as if it was the launcher, even though it's not, mantling speed being slower than intended, a ton of zombies gameplay updates as well, with calling cards not tracking correctly, some bugs and glitches going on in game there. So we could see a very, very lengthy list of patch notes once this update is fully out. Obviously, once the full patch notes do go out and they are available, I'll be covering those right as they surface. So if you want to guarantee you're up to date with that alongside everything else going on in COD, this is the best place to be. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.